Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla on the fifth choice. Before I get going, I just want to say a quick thank you to Eric Lee, who has become a patron donor. Is that the word? Donor? So, I don't know. Yeah, something like that. So yes, thank you very, very much for your support, Eric. So I'm just here to give you a quick update today. Although usually when I do that, it takes longer than a normal video, but you know, we'll see what goes on. Yeah, I really need to sort out some kind of elevator for this. I really like Pix's kind of minecart dumbwaiter thing. I don't know whether that can be adapted to go up multiple floors or not. I might have to have a chat with him about that, see if we can work something out. Otherwise, I guess I'm going to go back to the old ladder and minecart trick. But yeah, that's something else that needs doing. What have I been doing around here? Oh yes, I have made a slight adaptation to the gate that Pix and I built. Because it wasn't quite what I wanted in the end. I mean, it was great when we built it, but having used it for a bit, I decided that it wasn't working exactly the way I kind of wanted it to. So rather than having to put anything down, I've now changed it from being a bud switch to just being literally a lever that operates everything. And one of the reasons for that is so that I don't have to have something to put down. I can just run in, and I've hidden the lever up here, so you just hit it there. The other reason is because when these pistons withdrew, it kind of made it really open around these sides. You could come and stand in this block here, and it didn't, although you couldn't walk through, it still felt a bit odd. So, I mean, it's a real shame that these don't attach to that, but, you know, I'm going to live with it as like this. I mean, because there's a very small amount of space now, so at least it looks like you shouldn't be able to get through, whereas before it looked like you ought to. Oh, there's a grass plot there. I want to switch that out for a brick so that that's not visible. But yeah, it's cool. So I hope Pix doesn't take it personally. That's why I swapped that out. But I think this works much more the way I wanted it to now. I've also done a bit of tidying up in here. At some point I'm going to sort out the ceiling and the walls so that it's a bit more impressive, or I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do with it because I don't want too much of this brick. I might keep it for the ceiling, for the stairs like that, but I will probably make the walls something different. Hopefully something with a bit of variety in it. But I have taken out, there used to be a little grass walkway down here to get down to the bottom of the cliff and into Mango's place, which he's not using anymore, or rather he's not actively using anymore. So I've put in this little doorway here. You know how like when you go to a show castle or something, there are little bits off, little rooms off the side and stuff like that. It's one of them. So you come up here and you can visit the Logan Memorial overlook, I guess. I don't know what it's going to be called. But so I'm going to do a bit of work in here. I'm going to put in some glass, and I'm going to set this up as a kind of memories of Logan or something. I don't know how much time I'm going to put into it. But yeah, I'll do something like that. And yeah, that'll be cool. In addition, what else have I done? I've been really busy because sadly I no longer have a job. So like others before me on the server, I am I've sealed it out this end as well, this passage. I am unemployed and therefore have a bit more time on my hands to make videos at the moment. I think I'm going to go self-employed, so hopefully that won't change a huge amount. Like, I will be earning a bit of money, hopefully, working part-time self-employed. Those just looked a bit high to me. That's probably a bit better. Now you can walk up past them, that's it. Yeah, so hopefully I'll earn a bit of money, but still have a bit of time. So we'll see how that goes anyway. Yes, I've put in this underpass underneath. because I was coming down the stairs and I was working on the slime farm over there, and I was finding it a little, well, annoying. I guess I could just be lazy, but it seemed like the place needed some kind of little passages and stuff. So rather than have to walk all the way around to get to the gate now, to get to the city gate, you can now walk straight across and through this little subway, which comes through the hill with some lighting in there. I don't know who these chests belong to. They were hidden in the hill and they've got arrows and feathers. I'm going to assume they're probably left over from Dolan's build. But yeah, so if it's not Dolan, then please come and claim them. Otherwise, I'll probably just dump all the stuff into these Freehaven community chests, which also now need relocating. So I'll shift those over at some point when I get a spare minute, and I'll add some signposts in, I think, so that people can see that there's a cutaway through it. The next thing that I have done is I have finished the slime shop, and yes, it's a slime shop rather than a slime farm now. I've decided to go that way for a little while. We'll see how it goes. If I feel like it's not worth it, I might turn it back into a community farm. But it's kind of, you don't need to do anything. So I'll show you the farm first. Let's go in and see. Hi Brian, how's it going? This is down where all of the workings are. So I'll take you straight down to the bottom of this first and let you see how I've got it set up. I need to do something about that actually. I might move the ladder over one and close this off a bit. But if you come all the way down here, you can see, blimey, that took a lot longer than I remembered it taking. You can just come down here just as a place to keep an eye on how things are running. But yeah, if we scooch forward a little, you can see, oh, there's a bit missing there, I need to sort that out. Yeah, the slimes all spawn on these platforms. This is just a standard YouTube farm that I picked up off a YouTube tutorial. Yeah, all the slimes spawn on these, which are lit up nicely so that other mobs, there you go, they wander off the edge, fall down, the water pushes them into the cactus, they explode like that, all of their slime goes into these hoppers, chases all the way around, deposits itself into a dispenser under here, which triggers a load of redstone stuff, which you should see going off shortly. There you go, it's firing, it's throwing them down into there, they go around the water, and then they come straight up, go up this pipe. Hopefully, I don't think we're going to get to follow them the whole way, because they're a bit quicker than I am. But yeah, they come all the way up this piping, through the glass, then along to this water, which pushes them down that direction. Don't know what that hole's for. Yeah, it pushes them that direction. You can hear the duck breeding killing machine thing going off there. There we go. So that pushes the water from over there, pushes them to this one, which then goes up back to near the shop floor. I'll show you that. I don't think we're going to see any going up, but that's a shame. Here we go. Excuse me, Brian, if you could just move out of the way. It takes them up to the top of there, which gives more water, sends them along here and down into a hopper into this chest here. And oh, we got a rogue slab came out there. So that's where they go. I collect them out of there. Well, Brian can collect them out of there because he's now the shop manager. I've put him in charge. And then, yeah, they all go along into this chest. Where... There we go. I don't know what I'm doing here. They go in there. And people can come in. They can check out how much these things cost. So 2 iron each or 5 for 1 iron block, and the slimes are 3 for 1 iron, so you get a bit of a discount for buying in the blocks. I'm gonna see how those prices go and we'll adjust them if necessary. But yeah, you throw your payment in here and it goes into a chest out the back where I can collect it. And yeah, that's how it works. So yeah, I hope that's cool. I was wondering with this floor whether I should keep it as this bit as glass so that you can see all the way through, or whether I should make it stone like this bit. Oh, there you go. There comes some slime. A couple more balls they're going through there. I thought it was just a nice little touch to be able to see the delivery system coming through, but I mean, you still be able to see it with this as stone bricks. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think about that, or maybe I should make this bit glass as well, so that there's a whole level of glass above the floor there. I'm really liking this kind of green and blue colour scheme for the shop. I think that works really well, and we got some sea lanterns providing light up there. So yeah, this is open for business, so other guys on the server, feel free to pop in. I have also been busy working on the city walls. Having set up this gate, I felt like I'd not really put the time in that I'd wanted to. So I have added some more bits and pieces on the top of this wall here. So you can see this is now kind of like fortifications with the dips that people could throw things over or fire arrows off of. Done the same over this side as well. There's a bit more stuff there. And I have also built, this was already here, but now you can see how that these bits would have worked. Now you can see through them. So these are broken ones. These are kind of supposed to be eroded where the rocks have fallen off and stuff, but you can see if they were up like that, you could look straight through them. And you'll see a bit more later on as well. So I've done that around quite a bit. I haven't finished putting all of the bits and pieces on, but I've constructed basic walls with places for the water outlets like that. I really wish that water could flow through fences and stuff, like for some applications. Obviously it wouldn't be so good back for the slime farm and stuff, but it would look great if this was fenced off entirely. I'd love to put metal bars, iron bars through there. But yeah, so I've built this wall. At the moment I've mostly just gone round and just chucked andesite everywhere. Ow, that hurt. Dear, oh dear, health and safety, mate. If we could have someone's eye out with that arrow. So yeah, I've not had enough andesite at the moment to get this up to height and everything, but I also want to be putting in blocks to vary it, make it look worn, and bits that are broken and stuff like this. You can see there's a little gap underneath there. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Outside the wall, my friend. And you can disappear too, Mr. Creeper. I ought to be doing this tour at daytime, didn't I? Blimey. We need, now that we've got walls, we can actually light up the inside a bit and hopefully keep some of these guys out. That would probably be a positive thing to be doing. But yeah, so I've got the walls pretty much all the way round. There are places where there's like cliffs and stuff, so I've just run it into the cliff like here, where all we need to do is make sure they can't get around from these bits, so they can't get up to get onto this hill. So I think I've done a pretty good job here. Again, this is all solid andesite, so I'm going to add in the detail. Maybe I'll do a live stream, maybe get Pix involved again, because he's good at that. He's got a great eye for that. And we'll sort out all of the details there. I think I probably ought to put a wall low down there rather than leave that as just mud. But yeah, this goes all the way around and it's really cool, and it's pretty much the same all the way around, so I won't bother you too much with the details there. Oh, that's going to go bang because I didn't hit him properly in time. Oh dear, I will fix that quickly. There we go. Here's another example. This used to be, or is supposed to have been, I don't know what words there. Insert correct grammar here. Used to be an arch which has eroded and been kind of knocked together to keep it upright. I think that looks pretty cool. And more walls as before. And then I will, look, you can see where we are now. We're on the north side, is this? Are we facing north at the moment? Facing north, yeah. North side of my building up there, which is gradually growing, and hopefully I will get that finished soon and do a bit of interior stuff. And yeah, the walls, I will see what the next bit worth showing you is, because most of it is quite similar now, all along here. So yeah, here you go. There's a bit in a kind of natural valley here, where I've kind of made a hole in the wall, so it looks like it's somewhere that now people walk through. I mean, it's quite clear that someone, namely a Brian, has walked through here. But yeah, so that's looking pretty good, and I can't get around that fence post. I don't know what to do about making this mob proof. Whether lighting it up probably is going to be good enough for our purposes, I reckon. But yeah, I don't know whether we probably want to do something. I mean, we want to be able to get in and out of the city without having to walk all the way to the gates and stuff. So we do need these kind of holes or gaps in the wall here and there, but at the same time, it'd be nice to be a bit mob proof. So over this side is Jeff's sheep farm, community sheep farm, and the birch forest that's been cut down by the AVC. We're not too well protected over this side, so I'm not sure whether I need to maybe build a wall around the bottom of here, or whether I just knock a few bits out so that it's too deep, meaning that mobs and players can't jump up. The worry with that is if players come along and they knock a block out so that they can get up, then they've just made a path for mobs. So I don't know, this is kind of the stuff that we'll have to discuss as a server, I guess. But yeah, we'll do something to secure it, and then I've tidied bits of this side so that you can see you can't get around, and then I've added a wall around this side, which I'm really pleased with. I think this looks great, with a little gap in the wall to get down to the river and down to that was my mine from my first night on the server. That's where I got my first iron from and started things. But yeah, a few people have got things down this area. That's Paige's cave paintings down there, and yeah, I've got another steps up to the I don't know what these things are called. I need to find out what these things are called. But where the guards stand and they can fire their arrows over the edge like that, and take out the squids, because I'm sure that's what they'd have used it for. There we go. Oh yes, what a shot. Yeah, and I've also claimed this plot for some an upcoming project. Jeff was going around, he was talking about filling in holes and stuff, and I thought we need to keep a few ponds around, just little geographical features that add interest to the place. So I've claimed this bit as mine, so that stretch beside the wall and the water here. So I'm going to preserve this, keep it as a little duck pond or something. And yeah, if we hop up the mountainside here, this is all going to be hopefully buildable area. I hope people build up and around and we get a kind of staggered height feel to the place. But yeah, I've made sure that this cliff is safe from the ability to climb up to this point, so people definitely cannot get up here without further digging or destroying or building of ladders or whatever. And then when we get round to this side where we've got Dolan's place, you can already just see the edge there. I've started building a wall which is going to come all the way up, and that crossing is going to be... Oh crikey, I've now trapped myself down here, I think. Yeah, that's not good. Here we go, I think I can get up now. Oh, there we go. No, still not. Blimey, see, it works. You definitely struggled to get up. There we go, back up the top again. And yeah, so this is where Clandle's based. Sorry, that's his TV station, isn't it? There's his house somewhere over there, that's the one. So yeah, this is the path that comes up to the cobble shop in there, where you can dump your cobble and Clandle will pay you for it. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But yeah, here we go. So we'll probably continue this footpath around here, and this is going to be a giant kind of almost a dam type wall, with a footbridge across the top. So I'll probably build outwards and make this into an actual bridge headed this way, but then we'll do a similar thing across here, so you won't be able to get in that way. It's possible, I guess, that mobs might fall into the water and ride that down. Again, I don't know what we'll do about that, whether we'll bother protecting ourselves against that or not. But yeah, probably another section of wall across there, just to meet up to that mountain. And then you get back to the other side, where the wall meets up and comes around this way and takes us back down to the roofed forest, where I have built an old gate, which again is kind of in a state of slightly falling downness. So yeah, this is pretty cool, and I've built it up here so that you now look out over the forest. I could kind of want to go down a bit with that. You're not quite high enough to see things here. Maybe I'll raise this level slightly. But yeah, so you can look over still, and if you got a good jump on you, oh, why can't I jump from there? There we go. Then you can see over, and I've shifted the gates down. I need to finish the spire as well, but I've shifted the gates down to the bottom of this, so you can walk straight through. See the tree sumo tree, and yeah, so now you've got gates down the bottom instead of the top. I think that works a lot nicer, or a lot more nicely. I'm going to put some steps in here, probably some wooden ones, in keeping with the rustic aesthetic. But yeah, so that's what I have been doing. I was sent home from my job on Monday last week, so I've been sort of a week and a half, which for some reason have turned out to be some of the busiest of my life. Not having to work seems to have just made my life even busier. So I've been out and done a lot of things, but yeah, the time I have had, I've spent down here doing this kind of thing. So I'm really chuffed with how it came out. And yeah, Freehaven is now starting to feel like a proper town, and I like it a lot more than I did spawn on the old Decidedly Vanilla server. So yeah, I'm glad that Hops has actually done us a favour. You know, he thought he was attacking us and chasing us out, but yeah, thanks to the cow rocket that we got in and came down here, it's actually a lot better. So I will now bid you a farewell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on the 5th choice.